Hello, my name is Keith Haswell. I'm a professional astrologer with 25,000 horoscopes done and clients worldwide. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to my website and to my teachings. I'm going to be talking with you on this video about the planets of the horoscope and the planets of astrology. And sit back and relax as we look at God and Goddess's plan for you. Now, the planets are bodies of energy, and they are receiving stations and distributions of energy in the body of a being of higher consciousness. That being is the solar system. What we can do is we can look at how these planets function in our lives, because these planets function as centers in the body of the macrocosm, the solar system, but we are the microcosm, man, and we are the microcosm of that macrocosm. We are made in the image of God. That's stated in all of the holy books. And these planets also rule centers in our body. So I'm not going to go into a great deal of detail about that because I've covered our vehicles of expression, but I want to focus upon the planets and their nature in this particular video for you. Now, it's suggested that you play the previous videos before this one. Each of the videos is designed to inspire you, to expand your understanding about the nature of reality and your place in that reality. And the planets are stations of energy and stations for the receiving of energy and the distribution of energies into life forms on Earth. And we are a life form on Earth, we hope. Anyway, here we are in incarnation, and each time that we come into incarnation, we take our first breath and we create a horoscope. These 12 planets, as far as astrology is concerned, all have a particular function in your life. The sun is your overall personality. We're focused here in the lifetimes that we're living now upon our soul growth and development. And later on we'll be focusing upon our spiritual development. But our soul is our consciousness, and we are a triplicity of personality, soul and spirit. And the personality is lower mind or concrete mind or conscious mind, emotions and etheric stroke physical body. The soul is a triplicity of higher mind or abstract mind, intuition and spiritual will. And the spirit is a triplicity of will, love and intelligent activity. And we are in life in order to become more of who we really are. And these planets at the time of our first breath are there somewhere in our horoscope, and they're in a particular sign and they're in a particular house of the horoscope. Now, the sun is your overall personality. The moon is your sympathetic nervous system and your emotions. It rules the family and rules children. It rules one of your parents. Mercury rules your mind, your communicative faculty, and it's connected with health and the job, and it rules contracts and agreements and short journeys. Venus rules your love nature, and it attracts to form, and so it's a planet of beauty. And it attracts towards the beauties of nature and the beauty of form in the animal kingdom and in the human kingdom. And Venus is also symbolic of the younger female. It's symbolic of love and romance and the social side of life. It's symbolic of art and music. Now, Mars is to do with your sex drive and your energy levels, and it's connected with aggression and enthusiasm and devotion and sexual expression, muscular activity, and it rules the adrenals. Jupiter is to do with your higher mind. It's to do with your morals, principles and values of integrity and trust and honesty and so forth. And it's out to expand your consciousness and to expand your understanding through travel and expression of yourself to new horizons. Saturn rules your practicality. It's symbolic of a parent, an older figure, government, management, and leadership qualities, management ability. It's symbolic of the business side of things and commerce and industry. It's the expression of the third ray of intelligent activity, which rules all commerce and industry and business. And that's the planet that it works heavily on bringing things down into physical manifestation. And so all those rings around Saturn are all just like a huge big radar dish that are sending out messages and so forth to your thought forms to manifest them as events and conditions in life, and to make sure that we get what we put out. The law of cause and effect is all embodied there within the planet Saturn. Uranus is the embodiment of the seventh ray, and it is to do with the intuition, futuristic things, and astrology and meditation and all the spiritual side of things, and inventions and new age activities. It's to do with aeroplane travel and television and so forth are all ruled by Uranus. Neptune is the embodiment of the sixth ray of abstract idealism. It rules all of the religions of the world and all of the spirituality, the psychic, and the development of your psychic ability. And Pluto rules the first ray, and it's to do with death, death of form, death of aspects of yourself that you've outgrown, and it works on the basis of introspection and reflection to bring about transformation and change within yourself. So all of these planets have a particular function in your life, and they are the energies that give you life, so that there's energies coming to you of these rays impinging upon your centres, and you are receiving energies from all of these planets and from the sun and from the earth itself, and these energies enter into your system, into your etheric system through a centre between your shoulder blades, and then they are utilised and expressed through the centres of your body, depending on where you are focused. Are you focused on physical activity, sexual activity, emotional activity, loving activity, thoughts and higher thoughts and spiritual growth and spiritual will? So there's so much there that I want to share with you about the nature of reality and these planets, to give you an idea of how these planets function. But in this one, I just want to give you an idea of the way that Mars works in your horoscope, for example, when it's placed in the various houses of your horoscope. So Mars in the first house, Mars will generally bring a scar to the particular part of your body that it sits in. So the first house rules your head and face. So if you've got Mars there, you'll generally have a scar on the head or the face. Mars in the second house, you'll have a scar on the lower part of the face or the neck. from a cut, burn or a scald. You'll have a lot of stress and tension as far as money is concerned. Mars in the 3rd house, you'll have injuries to your hands and your arms, lung and bronchial trouble, scars on your hands and your arms, accidents on the road, stress and tension with relatives. Mars in the 4th house will see a lot of stress and tension around the home and in the family and the domestic side of life. The early death of one of your parents, quite feasibly. Trouble with the stomach and perhaps an ulcer in the stomach. And a lot of domination going on in the home. Mars in the 5th house will bring unhappiness through children, an accident involving children. It'll bring high blood pressure and stress and tension and impulsiveness in relationships. You'll jump in and out of relationships based on impulse and sexual attraction. It'll bring a lot of stress and tension for you in romance and love matters, accidents whilst out on social functions and so forth. Mars in the 6th house will bring trouble in the job, accidents on the job, stress and tensions focusing through health and dietary matters, arguments with people that you work with. Mars in the 7th house will bring back and kidney trouble and problems in marriage, an early marriage perhaps based on impulse. And Mars in the 8th house will bring a lot of stress and tension focusing through joint finances, problems with the bowels and the sex organs. Mars in the 9th house will bring a scar to the upper part of the leg, the thigh, trouble with legal matters, problems with in-laws, accidents whilst overseas on journeys. Mars in the 10th house will bring a scar to the knee, problems with parents, the early death of a parent, problems with superiors in the job, stress and tension focusing through business. Mars in the 11th house will bring a scar to the lower part of the leg or the ankle, stress and tension focusing through friends, other people's children. Club activities and group social functions will be a source of stress and tension for you. And Mars in the 12th house will bring a sudden bout of hospitalisation, injury to the feet, and a lot of secret worries that bring a lot of stress and tension into your life. Now, these planets there in these particular houses don't necessarily have to express that way. They can have good aspects to them and they'll express in a positive way. I just point out to you the negative expression of these planets. What I do for you in constructing your horoscope is I tell you where all of these planets are in your horoscope, and I interpret in your cycles and predictions, I interpret what these planets stand for and whether they're well aspected to other planets and whether they're going to be working on the positive side or the negative side, what qualities, principles and values that you're endeavouring to develop within yourself through these placements of these planets in these houses. So this gives you an idea of the way that astrology works, a little bit about the complexity of the science of astrology, and this is all design in the universe. And having done 25,000 horoscopes and getting such incredible feedback from people about what I've told them about themselves and so forth, I'm happy to do your horoscope free of charge and get you started on a program of expanding your understanding about life and how you can work on these planetary principles in your life in order to make adjustments and changes so that you can bring more happiness and success and abundance and joy and wonder and magic and miracles into your life. So I thank you for your attentiveness here, and I look forward to seeing you progress into my intensives perhaps.